Hey mama, welcome to this prenatal morning flow. What you'll need for this practice is blocks or a stack of books, a bolster or a pillow, and a blanket. I recommend sitting on a blanket or anything that will lift your hips up from your knees. Go ahead and get into a comfortable position. Closing your eyes, we're going to take 3 deep breaths together. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Inhaling here, exhale fully. One more round of breath, finishing off, exhaling all the air out. We're going to take one hand to our heart and one hand to our belly, sending your breath to both of those palms. This is a great time to check in with yourself, how you're feeling mentally, physically, and emotionally. You can also check in with your sweet babe. As we're here breathing into our heart and our belly, it's a great time to connect with yourself and your inner wisdom. Connecting to the power of your breath. These things are going to get you through your pregnancy as well as your birth. We're going to take 3 deep breaths. Inhaling, your arms reach up towards the sky, palms come together. Exhale, your hands down to your heart. Inhaling, reaching your arms wide and high. Exhale, straight down to your heart. One more time, just like this. And then pausing with your hands at your heart, gently bowing your head. This is a really great time to make an intention for your class, for your pregnancy, or for your upcoming birth. Intentions can be so powerful. Every thought we have that we give attention to expands. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. Sitting up nice and tall, taking an inhale, extending your arms behind you, opening up through the chest. Exhale, rounding through the spine, arms come out in front, backs of the hands to touch. Inhale, opening up through the chest, hands behind, and exhale, rounding forward. Keep moving with your breath here. This is our seated cat and cow. Help warming up our spine before we get some movement. One more here. On your exhale, really rounding through your spine. Arms come alongside your body, sitting up nice and tall. Extending that left leg out from the hip, nice and long. Toes flex toward your nose. Bringing the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, the arms reach up high, rotating your body over your left foot, and exhale, hinging at the hips, coming into a one-legged forward fold. Holding here, you may be holding onto your shin, your ankle, or your foot. Breathing. Just making sure you're not forcing the stretch. During pregnancy, you have the hormone relaxin flowing through your body, and you want to be careful you don't overstretch, which could lead to injury of the ligament. As we hold the stretch here, be sure to keep your breath flowing. In pregnancy, we never retain our breath. Inhaling, rolling up, reaching your arms up overhead, and gently rotating towards the right. Lowering down the right arm behind the spine, left arm can rest on the right thigh, and coming into this nice open stretch, leaving lots of room for belly. Breathing here, planting that right hand down to the ground, Gently lifting up your hips, pointing the toes on your left foot, and reaching the left arm above head, our ballet bridge. Feeling the stretch along the left side of the body. Reaching, extending here. Slowly lowering those hips down to the mat and coming into your counter twist on the left-hand side. Staying here for a few breaths. Inhaling fully and exhaling fully. Your next inhale, raising your hands up to the sky and then lowering them down behind your seat. Right leg extends nice and long, drawing the left sole of the foot to the inner right thigh. Inhaling up nice and tall, arms above head. Exhaling, hinging at your hips, folding over that right leg. Hands can be on the thigh, calf, or towards the ankle. Remembering we're holding this posture, but we're not holding our breath. It might feel good to even give your thigh or calf a little massage. This can help with blood flow. Taking one deep inhale here. Exhale it out. On your next inhale, arms come above head, and then gently rotating over to the left side, letting your left hand meet the mat behind you. Right hand rests on the left thigh. Nice tall spine, crown is reaching towards the sky, and again, we're leaving lots of room for babe. Planting the left palm down, pointing the toes of the right foot and lifting those hips up. Arm reaches up overhead, our ballet bridge on this side. Elongating through the side body. This side work is so important during pregnancy. Gently lowering those hips down towards the mat and coming into your counter twist on this side. Nice tall spine. On your inhale, gently rotating towards the front of the room, drawing both of your soles of your feet together, knees splay open to either side of the room, coming into your butterfly posture. Inhale, chest opens. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips. As your belly grows, you will need to move your feet a little further away from your hips, just to accommodate the babe. Exhaling a little further, moving till you feel a nice stretch. This is so good for your hips and can be done daily during pregnancy. Another round of breath here. On your inhale, slowly rising up, and we're going to meet on hands and knees. This is where I invite you to use a blanket under your knees for a little bit of extra padding. We're going to meet in tabletop. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Pressing into all your finger pads. We're going to move into some hip circles. So drawing your hips close to your heels and drawing big circles with your hips. I really like to close my eyes here because it helps get you out of your head and really into your body. Making sure you make time for the other direction. Hip circles are so important for pregnancy to open the hips, as well as for labor and birth. Finishing up your last hip circle here and coming back to tabletop. We're going to inhale, flat back, and as you exhale, you're going to round your spine up towards the sky, coming into cat. Inhale back to flat back, and exhale, rounding through your spine. Continuing with your own breath. This movement is so important during pregnancy. I recommend doing this a couple times a day if possible. It helps get babe into a really great position, helps alleviate some lower back pain, and gets your spine moving. Finishing up your last cat here as you exhale, really rounding through the spine, pressing into the mat with your hands. And then inhale back to tabletop. Extending your left leg nice and long on the mat, planting the toes into the mat. We're setting up for a modified side plank. Rotating your hips towards the left side of your mat and planting the foot. Left arm reaches up towards the sky, coming into our side plank. Energy through your fingertips, pressing into the mat with your right hand. If you'd like a little extra challenge today, lifting up through that left leg to bring it parallel to your hip. Holding here, returning the foot back down to the mat, bringing the left hand back down to the mat. We're coming into a calf stretch on that left leg. So really pressing back through that left heel. Your shoulders are coming behind your wrists, and your ball of the foot is into the mat. Breathe through the stretch. Taking an inhale, returning the left knee back down to the mat. Coming in through one round of cat and cow. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, rounding your spine. Extending the right leg nice and long side the mat. Opening your hips to the right side, planting the right foot down, and really pressing into the mat with that left hand. Right arm extends towards the sky. Side plank on the right side. If you want the challenge for this side, extending and lifting the right leg up. Holding here for a breath. Lowering the right leg. And bringing the right hand down to the mat. Engaging the right toes into the mat, pressing back the heel. Shoulders come behind the wrists. We're coming into the calf stretch on the right side. Really breathing into this stretch. Our calf muscles can get very tight during pregnancy. Taking a deep inhale and exhale. Drawing those shoulders back over the wrists and bringing the right knee down to the mat. Preparing for our first down dog. Tucking the toes under, taking an inhale here. Exhale, lifting the hips up towards the sky, coming into your upside down V. Feet are at least hip width apart, but as your belly grows, your stance will widen. Pressing into the mat with your entire hand. Head just rests in between your biceps. Just start walking out your dog here, bending one knee and then the other. Doing any movements that feel natural for you. Taking an inhale through your nose. Exhale, open your mouth, big ha sound, let it go. Inhaling through your nose and exhale, release. Slowly walking your hands towards your feet. As you get there, hanging out here in this forward fold. If you feel any nauseousness or lightheadedness, I recommend coming up halfway. So bringing your hands to your thighs or even your hips. Bringing your head above your heart. Taking an inhale, and then exhale, gently walking your hands up the fronts of your legs. Coming to standing. To ensure safety, removing any props that may be in your way. And come meet me at the top of your mat. Standing, feet at least hip-width apart. But as I mentioned before, as your belly grows and you get further along in your pregnancy, you're going to need to widen your stance. Rolling your shoulders a few times, forwards, and a few times back. Grounding down through your feet. You're going to take an inhale, reaching your arms up towards the sky. On your exhale, hinging forward, hands come towards your toes. Inhale, hands to shin, flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, coming up, reaching your arms above head, palms to touch. And exhale, hands through heart. Taking a deep breath here. An inhale and an exhale. This is our sun salutation. We're going to go through that 2 more times. Inhale, reaching those arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hinging at your hips. Hands come towards your feet. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching up, rolling up, taking your time. There's no rush. Hands come to touch, and exhale, hands to heart. Taking a round of breath. This is a great time to check in with your intention, check in with yourself. And then inhale, rolling up, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rolling up, reaching one last time. Exhale, hands down to your heart. Taking a moment to pause here to feel the energy you've just created with these sun salutations. Taking a big step back with your left leg, planting the foot into the mat, and then rotating the right toes towards the left side of the mat, coming into a wide leg stance. Shoulders are over hips. We're going to spin the heels in and the toes out, preparing for goddess posture. Bending the knees 90 degrees, keeping the back flat, almost like you're sliding down a tree. Keeping babe nice and close to the spine. Arms reach up overhead and then bending at both elbows. Fingers reaching towards the sky. Our cactus arms. You're gently pressing the elbows back to open up through the chest, which tends to get really tight during pregnancy. Holding here, feeling the strength that you are creating. Breathing through any sort of discomfort. Goddess posture is a really great posture to train us for labor, to get comfortable feeling uncomfortable. Knowing that any sensation you may be feeling or maybe want to get away from will pass. Just keep that breath flowing. We're going to move into some heel lifts in our goddess posture. Inhale, come high onto the right ball of the foot. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, left heel lifts. Exhale, drop it down. And keep alternating from side to side. Giving our feet some extra love that tend to get tired and sore during pregnancy. It's really great to stretch them out, especially at the start of our days. One more on each side. Then lowering both heels down towards the mat. As we're here in our goddess posture, can you get a little lower? Squatting during pregnancy is very important, and it's recommended to do it daily. Taking one more deep breath, inhale, and exhale it out. Straighten your legs and your arms, and gently let your arms relax. Meet me at the top of your mat, feet hip-width apart, grounding down into your mat. We're going to take an inhale, circling those arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hinge forward at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, planting those hands into the mat and gently stepping back into tabletop, knees under those hips. Grabbing any props you'd like to use for your final Shavasana. Coming onto your left hip, sliding that left arm to the top of the mat and gently rolling down on your side. I like to use a block for my head and a pillow for my leg. So finding your comfortable position here, straightening the bottom leg and gently bending the top, and you can use a prop to rest it on. Closing your eyes, letting your breath flow freely. This is your time. Take it. Feel supported here by your mat and Mama Earth and all the mamas around. Let your body feel heavy. Take this moment to feel rejuvenated, to get ready for your day ahead. Taking a deep inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Inhale and exhale. Checking in with your facial muscles. Are you holding any tension? Just relax and let it go. Remembering your breath is one of the most powerful tools that you have. You got this, Mama. Namaste.